Hello, our friends, Evolutionary Energy Arts family.
Hello there. Welcome back.
Yeah, just want to make sure that you can hear us. I think you can. Good. We just got done doing Lesson 13, Superhuman Potential, Possibilities of the Pineal Gland. If all of humanity's pineal glands were functioning, we would know exactly what is going on. You would not have sleepwalking zombies like we do. You wouldn't have people that are so indoctrinated into belief systems that they close their minds off to the reality that's actually facing them. Straight in the face. And there's 26 different videos up in this series. This is a Patreon exclusive series. We also did this Urgent Galactic Federation message to Earth's humans. Again, you could join us over on Patreon as little as $1 a month. While we're in this system, we do have to actually support ourselves, so we do appreciate you guys and your support as we've dedicated our lives to bringing the information to you guys. Then we have, Comet Atlas producing its own light. So what's going on here? Is it really a ship? Again, what we get is it is a ship and literally has beings that are mostly in stasis. They're in sort of a suspended animation, like we've gotten from Star Trek, Star Wars, these type of series, these modern myths that do give us a glimpse into some real truths, because our reality is much more like Star Wars or Star Trek than it is what they have given us in the history books. So yes, the whole time Cindy has seen that there are living beings on this. Majority of them have been in stasis. She's also gotten that this is a vehicle that's capable of interdimensional travel as well. So there are many beings out there that understand how to manipulate frequency so they can actually become invisible to beings in a lower frequency as they raise up their frequency and vice versa.
Well, the technology is very difficult to truly comprehend. The guides are telling me once they reach a certain point in this realm, they do have to become a 3D form, but that doesn't mean they can't also travel inside of a different frequency. So this is something that, our local science that we have, they're never going to be able to explain.
Well, because they can't tell you the truth. Again, there's so much funding that goes to fund his story that they're always giving us and maintaining that. But again, if you did have that activated pineal gland, you can see through this. And more people's pineal glands are functioning every single day. It's up to you what choices you'll make. Again, we really think the most important thing is a daily spiritual practice, a mind, body, breath practice. We are to become so much more than what we have been. So yes, they will use this to perhaps try to cause some fear. Maybe they'll even stoke it to the alien invasion scenario. And sure, they could use Project Bluebeam, but the evidence is way beyond Bluebeam. The evidence has been there for thousands of years for those that will actually look at it in a fearless manner. For instance, you have the Black Knight satellite, which first appeared in newspaper articles back in the 40s. Right at the beginning of the Russian, or I should say Soviet Union, U.S. race to space. And some people thought this was perhaps Soviet technology that was sitting up there. And others questioned that whole notion as well. This is something they say has been here since the Younger Dryas period. Now, the Younger Dryas extinction event, from what we've gotten from the guides and what we've intuned ourselves, is really the beginning point of the invasion that ended up culminating in our Kali Yuga and, the dark matrix establishing itself as the predominant power on the planet. So they tie this back to the Younger Dryas period, a 13,000-year-old alien satellite. But, in reality, this is something that gives us evidence that we've had much more advanced technology in play in the past than we even do today, at least with what humans are able to see. So this was a buzz in the 50s. All sorts of people talking about this and wondering. And then, of course, in the 50s, you did have a lot of people fearful of alien invasion. Then we have these large ring-shaped radar anomalies dubbed donut anomalies appearing globally. One detected over Serbia extended across 6 countries. Another in Illinois measured 125 miles in diameter. This is a 130-mile one over Louisiana. This is Mr. MBB again. What is causing this? As you can see, they're all over the world. We're looking at them in Mexico and over by Baltimore. What is really going on? They've suggested things from bird swarms to radar artifacts. But, again, we first primarily get our information through meditation, through Cindy channeling, and she doesn't have to go into a full trance to pick up information and connect to the Galactic Federation.
No, this one comes up pretty clear. So what these rings are, they're rings of information, so that the cloaked ships that are up in the sky that utilize the clouds, this is like their fuel. So they go into these certain areas, they're able to get the ether, they're able to get the energy that it takes to function and become cloaked, not cloaked, and to do whatever strange things that they do up there. This is their fuel.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we should have free energy because they're using it. We're not allowed to have it because then that would be a major cog in the control system that would have been moved out of place. This is why there's so many patents for free energy, engines that run on water even. Again, they won't let us have this technology because the ultimate controllers, that deep, dark, hidden cabal is ultra-terrestrial in origin, meaning it's more advanced, let's say technologically, and understanding how the universe works than Homo sapiens sapiens will be allowed to be. So ultra-terrestrials have been controlling this scenario your entire life. Yes, we've called them gods and God. But the reality is they're not the creator of this universe. They're not the source of all things. No, they are in fact a very, very parasitic group. They're kind of like intergalactic, interdimensional pirates that basically rob, rape, pillage, and et cetera, just like we see pirates doing. But they do it in an interdimensional, intergalactic manner. And so humanity is just starting to catch up as people decide, I won't have that fluoridated water in that Coke. I won't have that Pepsi. I'm not going to McDonald's. I'm going to get off all these different things that the DR periods want us to be on. I'm going to get off all those things. I'm going to clear up my mind. I'm going to develop a daily meditative practice. And I'm going to be able to feel things for myself because you can. And this should be really the priority. Did you know in 1582, Pope Gregory XVIII changed the New Year date from April 1st to January 1st? Some people ignored the change and kept celebrating on April 1st. They were called fools, and this led to the tradition of April Fool's Day. Oh, that tells us a lot. Yes, they've changed the calendar. We know the Gregorian calendar, and the Julian calendar, that fiasco. Nothing is as it seems. Now, you could lead a horse to water. You can't make him drink. You can show a person the truth, but you can't make them think. No, a lot of them are going to stay stuck in their dogma. And, that is unfortunate. But they'll have plenty of time to, come back again. As the Bible says, you must be born again. And again, if we believe in self-limiting thoughts, then you will be born again and again and again and again. Yes, all you need is love. That is the key. Develop compassion. Stay in the higher frequencies. There could be no greater disservice than to say fear of the Creator is the beginning of wisdom. Fear of God is... No! Fear is a low frequency. That's going to keep you in lower realms. That would keep you in the hellish realms. So that tells you all you need to know, again, about the source of the dominant control systems that have been on the planet. Yes, humanity will be free. We are awakening faster than they can control. And so that's an awesome thing. So keep doing all you can to support the awakening. Share your information, share your love, share your peace with each other. And we thank you guys for your support.
Puppy kisses is where it's at, guys.
Source bless and namaste.
Namaste.